Hi, I'm Justin, and this is Cartridge Country. Today I've got George with Rugged Suppressors. We're going to walk through some of the basics of a new suppressor line that we're bringing into our stores here at Cartridge Country, some of the pros and cons, some of the benefits of using suppressors, but also some of the specifications of actually running rugged suppressors on your rifles and your pistols. And so we're excited to visit a little bit more about these. Where should we start?
We'll kind of start with probably the most popular suppressor just when people pick it up, right? So we have the Alaskan TI. This is a 36 caliber can, so you can run 338 Lapua, 8.6, 3 in a Win Mag, but it's also bored out, so you can run it on a 9mm. You can run it on a 357 lever action.
That is badass.
That is the lightest centerfire can on the market, 6.5 ounces with your direct thread. It's also hub, so you can put a quick detach mount in there, or just change out the threads on it as well.
Okay.
It's a full titanium can, all welded in South Carolina.
That's pretty amazing. So just for people who haven't seen anything about suppressors, explain hub threading versus direct thread real quick.
So what hub thread is, it's this back end piece, it'll come out, so you can, so it comes with a 5/8-24. Say you were putting on a 9mm and you need a 1/2x28, you would just remove this back cap and buy a universal mount for it. So a lot of the manufacturers kind of came together and decided, like, hey, this is going to be the same threads, making it easier for you to buy somebody else's quick detach system or our quick detach system and put it in someone else's can.
Perfect. So the gun industry is working together.
Pretty much,
First time
yes.
in a long time.
Yeah, so this one, as well as our standard Alaskan, were our first introductions into hub.
Okay.
So the standard Alaskan comes with our rum mount.
Okay.
It also comes with the tools to be able to take it out, to put a direct thread, or like I said, somebody else's quick detach system in there.
Perfect. I'm a simple-minded person. I like direct thread stuff, so I keep it simple.
Definitely makes it a little easier.
Yeah. So this is kind of your middle-of-the-road TI option or titanium option. Let's go from, I guess, biggest to smallest, if you want to take it that route.
Yeah, so on the end right here, we have our SurgeX, the remake of our original can. So we made that can first in 2014.
Okay.
And then last year, we redid it a little bit to kind of bring it up to the times. A couple things that changed out. We made it hub.
Okay.
Okay, so that's one of the biggest things with it. We also changed the adjustable module on the end. So the end actually shortens down 2.5 inches to make it a 6.5-inch can.
So we can take this off effectively.
Take it off. You'll move the end cap down, or you can have a second end cap. It's really kind of up to you. But what that does is it allows you to effectively have 2 suppressors.
Yeah.
Right. So
pretty neat.
You can buy that can, run it on your PRS gun, your distance gun, but you could also shorten it down and run it on your AR without having a 9.5-inch can on the end of it.
Which is helpful.
Yes. One of the things that separates us a lot as well is we are actually belt fed rated.
Okay.
So we have run them on 240s and 249s with belts and had no issues whatsoever. They have no barrel length restrictions. That's one of my favorite cans just because the size and the quietness on it as well.
So in theory, again, this is going to be your quietest of all the cans.
Correct.
Gotcha. And mainly because of the length of the can and the variability in that scenario. So what do we have next here?
So next we have our Obsidian series. You have the 45 in your hands, and then we have the 9 as well. Both of those will shorten down, so you do get kind of the variable lengths on that. The 45 has an 1.5 inches. The 9 has a 2.5-inch adjustable module. So you can kind of play with it and customize it and see what you like. The 45 was actually my first suppressor, and both of these have been the top 2 selling suppressors in their pistol categories for about 4 years now.
Okay.
One of the things that kind of separates it as well is that they come with the pistons to go on your guns directly out of the box. So you don't have to worry about buying anything additional unless you've got a funky thread pitch. Right, so your 9's going to have a 1/2x28. That's going to have the .578, so that'll go on your standard FNX, your Glocks, all of those that already have a threaded barrel. Yeah. It'll be able to go on those right out of the box. So what the piston is, it's this booster assembly here in the back. So you unscrew the back end, and the silver piece, that's what has your threads on there. Okay, so this one's the 1/2x28, and this is what goes onto your gun. The booster being the spring, that recoils when the slide cycles the round out, and it basically allows it to cycle properly. The gas systems are primarily for like the rifle cans and stuff like that. So that kind, having adjustable gas blocks or adjustable bolt carriers and stuff like that, that'll definitely help on those. But you'll see that the spring condenses, and then you'll see it on when you actually go out and shoot them as well. And it helps with the cycling portions of it.
So with these two options, these are going to work on obviously standard pistols, but also what about like lever actions and pistol calibers, your carbines and pistol calibers, and so forth?
Yeah, so I mean, these will work on your PCCs, your lever actions. Some of these also have larger rifle calibers that they'll take as well. So like the 45 is actually rated for 45-70. With your standard 16-inch barrel, stuff like that. Biggest things that you want to do for that is you actually want to change out and take the piston or booster assembly out, and you've got a couple different options to run it. So you can put in a fixed barrel mount.
Yeah.
So basically at that point you're just taking this whole assembly out and then putting in just a thread pitch in here.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that's just going to be a separate piece. If you're wanting to run in like on your MP5s or your APCs from B&T, and you want to put it on a 3-lug, we sell those assemblies as well. Okay, so we do offer a couple different options to be able to mount it on your rifles or your PCCs. It's just kind of whatever floats your boat at that point.
So we'll have some of those options available. There's a handful of different accessories that we will be getting into the stores and have in the stores already.
Yeah, you always want to be specific with what you're going to be putting it on, because not having the right tools can lead to errors in the suppressor, right? So
errors and guns don't go well together.
Baffle strikes, end caps, that sort of stuff, which kind of leading into that point as well. Because we manufacture everything in South Carolina, we actually have one of the fastest turnaround times in the business.
Okay.
So we're sitting about 2.5 days, and a lot of times even faster than that.
So if anybody has an issue with any of the suppressors, they can get them sent back to you.
Yes, sir.
And then get them back to themselves within 2-3 days.
Yep, yeah, so we'll provide you a shipping label to put it in a box and send it on out to us. We do have a sheet on our website that just asks some basic questions like, hey, what's going on? So we just want to know kind of what we're getting into before we receive it.
Pre-diagnose is what they would say.
Or we can also, if it's just an end cap strike, we can just send you an end cap straight to your door.
Sweet deal.
Yeah, so that's kind of a nice thing about having everything manufactured in-house.
Makes it a lot easier on the customer end, y'all, for sure. So we've gone through a couple of these. We talked about the titanium options. What else do we have down here?
So down here, closer to the end, we've got our Razer series. We have our Razer 556, which I put the flash shutter end cap on there just to kind of, show you one of the options. Then we have our Razer 762. Effectively, they are essentially the same can.
Gotcha.
Outside of that one being specifically for 556.
Okay.
Both 6.5 inches long. One of the biggest things with that is the price point on them, and then the fact that they come with your muzzle device as well. So both of those will come with either your 5/8 24 or your 1/2x28 muzzle device to go directly onto your gun right out of the box.
Really?
Yeah, so it's kind of a nice feature to have.
Ballpark retail on these, you're shooting for
$650 on the 556 and $699 on the 762.
Okay.
So
which is pretty unique in that world. So.
And like I said, it comes with the muzzle device, which is kind of one of the things I've been trying to hammer home. Just being able to put it on there right out of the box is kind of a nice feature to have.
Yeah, any add-ons, it goes further along for the customers.
No, biggest things with those are no barrel length restrictions. So you can run that on a 5-inch 5.56 if you want to, and just kind of burn it down. Or you can run it on your 16-inch 308, and it'll run pretty well on that as well. Those are two of my favorite cans, to be honest with you, just because of the versatility and the reliability that they have. So we also have our micro, which very similar to your Razer 762, but it does have an adjustable module on the end as well, taking it down to 5 inches.
Yep.
That's about the biggest difference between the two. It's a little heavier. It's got Cobalt 6 baffles in it, so it's a little heavier compared to the Razer. But both of them are still belt fed rated. No, not at all.
And then last but not least, we keep getting closer and closer to the 22s. That's what I'm after.
Yeah. So you've got your Mustang 22, which is aluminum with a titanium mount.
Okay.
That's 22 long rifle only.
Okay.
Okay. And then we have our Oculus, which is stainless steel. So that's going to be 22 Magnum 5.7, 17. It's actually full auto rated for 5.7. So, and he does a pretty good job about taking the crack out of it too.
That's really cool.
Even though in the hand it seems heavier, because it is definitely not as noticeable when you put it on your guns.
Well, George, thanks for coming out. We appreciate all the time and effort to get here. And as always, if you ever shot, or hunted with us, you're already part of the Carter's Country family. And until next time,
Adios.
Perfect.
Nailed it.
First try.
Yay.
Rockstar.
I even hit the finger gun too. I was like,
Hey, that's it.